Welcome to Tocoi Creek High School here in St. John's, Florida. I'm Noah Schlick, bringing you today's action live between the Creekside Knights and the Tocoi Creek Toros. We got a good one on hand as the Toros come into this one at 15-3. Creekside at 12-7, and each of these teams, well, they've been hot lately. Tocoi coming off of a 1-0 loss to Barton Trail that snapped a 14-game win streak. Creekside has won 5 straight. They've seemed to catch their stride. Should be an interesting matchup tonight between two very good teams, as we are awaiting the starting lineups and national anthem. Temperature here as we approach first pitch, 79 degrees, wind blowing in hard from right field and gusting a little bit out towards left at times at 13 miles per hour. It'll be interesting to see how that one plays into tonight's game. On the mound for Creekside, they got Matthew Bysham, the sophomore, going up against Jack Svensson. Each of these guys have had very good seasons thus far. However, they're going up against very good offenses. Each of these teams come in averaging over 6 runs per game and swinging very good bats lately, the Creekside Knights especially. We're going to send you down to the field now for the starting lineups and the national anthem here at Tocoi Creek High School.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tocoi Creek High School for tonight's game between the visiting Knights of Creekside High School and your Tocoi Creek Toros. And now for the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Creekside Knights. Leading off and playing center field, number 20, Sean Aschenfelder. Batting second, the right fielder, number 6, Michael Bysham. Hitting third and playing shortstop, number 5, Ty Martineau. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, number 19, Carson McFarland. Hitting fifth and playing left field, number 17, Zach Jackson. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 13, Gavin Strump. Hitting seventh and playing first base, number 14, Adam Harvey. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 7, Tavern Blanzett. And hitting ninth and playing second base, number 2, Aiden Benichek. Pitching tonight for the Knights is number 10, Matt Bysham. The head coach for the Knights is Chris King, and his assistants are Rob McCloskey and Chris Angelo. And now, introducing your Tocoi Creek Toros. Leading off and playing left field, number 11, Jackson Sizemore. Batting second, the third baseman, number 1, Dual Landis. Hitting third and playing right field, number 3, Andy Lemaster. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 4, Ben Robinson. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter, number 19, Carson Seth. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 5, Nate Wade. Hitting seventh and playing center field, number 50, Mikey Bergamo. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 20, Cross Matthews. Hitting ninth and playing second base, number 2, Aiden Ramos. Pitching tonight for the Toros is number 16, Jack Svensson. The Toros are led by head coach Philip Weiser and assisted by Bobby Conrad, Troy Milner, and Chuck Pate. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
And it is time to play ball out here at Tocoi Creek High School between the Knights and the Toros. Time now to take a look at the starting lineups for today's game. First up, the batting order for your Creekside Knights. A similar look to what we've been seeing recently for the Knights. Sean Aschenfelder leading things off, followed by Michael Bysham and Ty Martineau. Carson McFarland cleaning things up for the Knights with Zach Jackson batting fifth. In the sixth spot, Gavin Strump, and rounding things out for the Creekside Knights, 7, 8, 9. Adam Harvey, Tavern Blanzett, and Aiden Benechek. This is a Creekside team that comes into this one swinging it well. 10 hits, 7 runs against St. Augustine last night. Against Beachside on Tuesday, 8 hits, 11 runs. Offense has been key to their 5-game winning streak. They'll look to continue their hot streak up at the plate. And on the mound, going up against them tonight for Tocoi Creek, Jack Svensson. 9 appearances this season. He's gone 21 2/3, a record at 3-1 with an ERA at 2.26. Svensson appeared in last night's game for Tocoi Creek. 1 inning against Bartram Trail, no hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts. About as well as a relief appearance can go out on the bump as he gets ready to face off against the Knights. Temperature here at first pitch, as we were just talking about here during pregame, 79 degrees, wind blowing in, out, kind of all around, almost from the corner of right field to left field at 13 miles per hour, gusts up at 24 miles per hour. It'll be interesting to see how the wind plays a factor in today's game as Svensson fires one of his final warm-up pitches. This is a Creekside team, comes in batting .285. They've scored at least 5 runs in their last 5 games. Tocoi Creek 0-2 when the opposing team scores 5 and over. Creekside would love to hit that mark again tonight.
For the Knights, number 20, Sean Aschenfelder.
So that will bring up Aschenfelder leading things off for Creekside. Coming set, Svensson working out of the stretch. The righty fires, it's fouled back, and we are underway. First pitch, 6 o'clock on the dot. Second pitch to Aschenfelder, takes it up and away. 1-1. According to Perfect Game, Svensson got a fastball, curveball, and a changeup. Hits the zone there at 80 miles per hour. 1-2. Aschenfelder, the Creekside center fielder, coming off of a 2-for-3 effort, also reaching on a walk. Pops this one up. That will be foul out of play. Down the right side, still 1-2 on the Creekside leadoff man. Another 1-2 offering, and again it's fouled away. Aschenfelder stays battling. Svensson out on the mound stands at 5'11", 160 according to Perfect Game. Bats and throws right-handed. Comes set, fires again. Aschenfelder lines this one to center field. That is down for a base hit. 2 singles last night for Aschenfelder, and he starts this one off in the same fashion. Leadoff man on board for the Creekside Knights. And that will bring up Michael Bysham.
Now batting for the Knights, number 6, Michael Bysham.
Bysham been on a hot streak lately. Raised his batting average all the way to .308. Takes a pitch up and away, ball 1. Getting on base at the .419 mark. Bysham came up big time in that game against St. Augustine. Tripled driving in 3 runs down the right field line in the 4th inning. Behind that 76-mile-an-hour pitch there. 1-1 on him. Ashenfelder not too far off at first base. He's a big-time threat to steal. Doesn't seem to be in the mood to go here. Pop foul from Bisham. Now a 1-2 count on the junior right fielder. Behind the plate, Ben Robinson got a great arm. Creekside might be a little hesitant to test that. He gets a check throw down to first base. Ashenfelder safe, 2-2. Robinson made a fantastic play behind the plate last year against Creekside. Transferred over to the Toros from Nice. Popped up from Bisham. Foul ground on this third base side. The catch is made by Dual Landis. 1 away. So with Bisham retired, that'll bring up Ty Martineau and a good chance to take a look at the fielding alignment for the Toros. Out in the outfield, Jackson Sizemore in left. Mikey Bergamo in center. Andy Lemaster out in right. Duo Landis, the third baseman, with Nate Wade at shortstop. Aiden Ramos, the second baseman. Cross Matthews at first. Ben Robinson behind the plate. And on the mound, Jack Svensson. Pitch high to Martineau. Takes another one. 2-0. Svensson came into this one with an ERA at 2.26. Checks on Ashenfelder. He's back safely. Sean, 18 for 19 on stolen bases in 19 games. Got a good size lead over at first base. As Martineau takes a strike, Ashenfelder stays put at first. Robinson behind the plate, the Northwest Florida College commit. One of, if not the best catcher in the area. Check throw. Another pickoff move trying to get Ashenfelder. Getting that jersey dirty over there on first base. Another good lead over at first base. He goes. Trips a little bit. It's popped up. Shallow center field. Catch will be made by Bergamo. Going to throw into first. Ashenfelder back safely. And Creekside might have caught a little break there with Martineau being able to make contact with that pitch. Martineau, of course, flying out to center field, but
now batting for the Knights, number 19, Carson McFarland.
That could have been dangerous as Ashenfelder slipped and fell. Robinson most likely would have had him going for second base had Martineau not made contact there. Carson McFarland, the next up for Creekside. He takes strike number 1. Starting lineups brought to you by Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage. Is McFarland batting in the cleanup spot. Another pickoff move. Very concerned with Sean Ashenfelder on first base. McFarland comes into this one with the average now above 300 at 320. 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. Swinging here, skies this one to left center field. That is down. Ashenfelder gonna try for 3. He is out. Going for 3. An aggressive base running move for the Creekside Knights does not pan out as Mikey Bergamo makes a great throw from left center field to end the inning. Creekside gets a little bit of action on the bases, can't do anything with it. Toros' first chance coming up next on Schlick Sports.
They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jax 24/7. Download the Action News Jax Now app and get sports all day every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jax 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Welcome back here to Tocoi Creek High School, where we are getting set for the bottom of the first inning. As let's take a look at the starting 9 batting order for the Toros. Jackson Sizemore leading things off, followed by Dual Landis and Andy Lemaster. Ben Robinson is going to be batting 4th, followed by Carson Zepp and Nate Wade. Mikey Bergamo batting 7th, Cross Matthews in the 8th spot, and Aiden Ramos rounding things out in the 9 spot. They'll be going up against Matthew Bysham for the Creekside Knights. Bysham has made 7 appearances this year. 5 of them he has started. 26 in the 3rd innings. He's got an ERA at 1.86 as Jackson Sizemore takes the ball below the knees. 1-0. Starting lineups brought to you by Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage as Bysham goes a little too far in on Sizemore and hits him. He'll take first base, so the leadoff man on for the Toros. And that brings up Dual Landis. Landis, the third baseman for the Toros. Got a man on in Sizemore. And a pickoff move might have got him. Close play. He's back safely. Sizemore has stolen 5 bases this season. Another pickoff move, this time back with ease. And now bunt right back to Bysham on the mound. Throws it on to first. Gets the easy out for out number 1. Sizemore into scoring position for Lemaster. Lemaster batting .340, 15 RBIs on the season. Big time threat up at the plate. Actually got 7 doubles on the season. That's an impressive feat right there. Bysham coming set. And a ground ball, backhanded by Harvey on the dive. Will throw on to first in time for out number 2. Great play over at first base by Adam Harvey to retire Lemaster. Sizemore to third on the play. He is 90 feet away. Ben Robinson will step up to the plate. Bysham, his last time out, got the start against Bowles last week. Went 4 innings, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. Struck out 3 while walking 3. That was the first time he had gone under 5 innings in a start. So there's a strike to Robinson. Set is Bysham. He fires. Down and away, 1-1. That one probably could have gone longer in the game, but Bysham got pulled as Creekside was hoping to get some more pitchers in and active. He was relieved by Hunter Schlegel and then his brother Michael. As there's a pop fly, shallow left field. Martineau makes the catch for out number 3. So Bysham hits the first man he faces, but responds with 3 straight outs to retire the side. On to the second, still scoreless at Tocoi Creek High School.
Hey Creekside baseball fans, tonight's game is brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Just like a skilled batter stepping up to the plate, Brightway Insurance hits it out of the park every time. As one of Florida's largest independent insurance agencies, they've got a lineup that covers all the bases: home, auto, boat, RV, you name it. They handle everything from jewelry to small business insurance. And here's the best part. With access to over 60 carriers, they're like having a whole team working for you. Let Brandon and his team play ball on your behalf, finding the perfect policy for the perfect price. Don't let your current agent strike out on service. Switch to Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Call or text 904-297-7970. Play ball with confidence. With Brightway, you're always safe at home.
Now batting for the Knights, number 17, Zach Jackson.
Welcome back to the home of the Toros, Tocoi Creek High School in St. Augustine, Florida, where the Knights and the Toros knotted up nothing after 1. This was expected to be a good matchup between these two teams. Tocoi Creek coming in at 15-3 as the bunt from Zach Jackson popped up, and a sliding catch made from Dual Landis coming in from third. A nice play there for out number 1, and that will bring up the catcher, Strump.
Now batting for the Knights, number 13, Gavin Strump.
Creekside got 2 singles off of Jack Svensson in that first inning, but Aschenfelder thrown out on the bases trying for third on a single to left center field ended the inning, along with a fly out and a pop out in foul ground. Strike 1 to Strump. Creekside's offense recently has gotten a lot better as the game has gone on. They typically have struck early for a run or two and then will come alive late in the game. As Strump lines one into center, that's down for a base hit. Third of the game for Creekside. Gavin Strump on at first. 1 on, 1 out for Adam Harvey.
Now batting for Creekside, number 14, Adam Harvey.
Belazic will run at first base. Adam Harvey this season comes in batting the .347 mark, leading the team. On base percentage for Harvey, .347. He's a guy that swings, makes contact, and doesn't really walk much. Or, correction, at all. 1-1 count on the first baseman, Harvey. 1 on, 1 out in the top of the second inning. Swung on and fouled down the third base side. 2 strikes on the Creekside first baseman. Tavern Blanzett on deck. Pickoff move, checking on Belichick. He's back in there safely. At the top of the broadcast, I mentioned that Creekside has scored at least 5 in each of their last 5 games. As the runner goes, pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. The throw down to second is not going to matter. It is a hitter's interference. Adam Harvey did not get out of the way. It affected the throw, which only made it about halfway to second base. And that gets Tocoi out of the inning. So Creekside, well, they gave the Toros a little help to put up a donut there in the top of the second. Matt Bisham back on the mound when we return on Schlick Sports.
Do your feet constantly hurt you and you're not sure what to do? Come see Dr. Bradley Herbst, a board-certified podiatrist at Podiatry Associates of Florida. Dr. Herbst specializes in the treatment of foot and ankle problems, including diabetic foot care, ingrown toenails, hammer toes, bunions, fractures, and more. They're ready to take care of you and keep your feet and ankles healthy. Come visit them on San Jose Boulevard in South Mandarin. Call to make your appointment today at 904-268-6993.
Bottom of the second inning now on Schlick Sports. Carson Zepp, the DH, stepping up to the plate for the Toros. Leadoff man Sizemore got hit by Bisham. And 3 straight men retired after that. Bisham fires in a strike at 83. Matt's got a sinker, slider, and a changeup. There's strike 2. You'll see that sinker in the low to mid-80s. He's been sitting so far around like 81 to 83 today. That sinker and slider going to be what he relies on most. You'll see the changeup early on in the game as that pitch missed outside. The 1-2 offering. Skied out to right center field. Tracking and under it is Bisham. He makes the catch. Michael Bisham makes the catch in right field. 1 away, and that brings up the shortstop, Wade. For Bisham, you'll see him use that changeup, especially early in games, and kind of figures out if he has it or not. There's the sinker at 85, strike 1. He's feeling it. He'll feature it more throughout the game, but for the most part this season, it's been a 2-pitch mix of that sinker and slider. 0-2 count on Nate Wade. Full windup and the pitch. Got him looking at a pitch that misses. 1-2. Wade, the sophomore, hitting .295. Fouls one back, stays alive. Got a perfect game grade of 8.5. Full windup. Bisham got him looking at strike 3. First 2 men down in the second, and that brings up Mikey Bergamo. The center fielder batting .256, 8 RBIs, and dangerous when he gets on base, tied for the team lead with 9 stolen bases. He fouls back the first pitch he sees from Matthew Bisham. 0-1. Bisham, a fast worker out on the bump. Gets another strike at the knees. 0-2 count. Trying to set him down 1-2-3 in the second. Here's the pitch. Back up the middle. Fielded at second by Benechek. Throw on to first. Got him to end the inning. Bysham sets him down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. This one moving along early on, top of the third inning, coming up next on Schlick Sports.
That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Triple Crown Fence is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports. Transform your space with our high-quality fences. Whether you're looking for privacy, security, or a touch of elegance, we've got you covered. At Triple Crown Fence, we pride ourselves on craftsmanship and durability. Our expert team ensures a seamless installation process so you can enjoy peace of mind and enhance your property's curb appeal. Call us today at 305-331-9377 for a free estimate. Your dream fence is just a phone call away.
Now batting for the Knights, number 7, Tavern Blanzit.
Taking a look there at the Creekside dugout. It's the Knights team that comes into this one on a 5-game win streak. They were sitting at 7-7 previous to this, kind of up and down throughout the year. At one point, 4-6. They've done a nice job kind of finding their rhythm here, especially up at the plate. We've seen a lot more consistency as Tavern Blanzit fights off a pitch. 0-2. Down and away. Ball and 2 strikes on the Creekside DH. Blanzit seeing some extended playing time here recently. His role kind of expanding, rotating between first base and DH these past few games. Blanzit fights that one off, 1-2. Two as a pitch misses away on Blanzit. Mentioned earlier that Harvey leading the Creekside Knights in batting average. Blanzit, I don't think has enough at-bats to qualify. Batting .357 with 6 RBIs, 3 doubles in limited plate appearances. Just 16 at-bats. He's managed to do a lot of damage up there. Strikeouts have been a bit of an issue for him at times, but he's cut down a bit on those in recent games. Fights another one off. Blanzit battling in the left-handed batter's box. The 2-2 again. Misses low. Count runs full. Blanzit in that DH spot for Creekside today. Harvey getting the start at first. The 3-2. Ripped into right. That one is down. Gonna be extra bases. Bergamo, the center fielder. Oh, scratch that. Blanzit fell down rounding first base. But now it kicks away towards the dugout. Ben Robinson dives, picks it up. Chaos on that play. Out and right. Lemaster missed on the dive. Bergamo came, threw it in. It was wild as Blanzit fell down. That's the second time a Creekside Knight has fallen down trying to run from first base. Called a leadoff single for Tavern Blanzip. As the 9-hole hitter, Aiden Benechek up to the plate. Showing bunt, gets it down, back to the mound, fielded by Svensson, throws to first in time. One away, but Tavern Blanzip into scoring position for Creekside. Nice sack bunt there from Benechek, just a soft little tapper back to the mound.
Now batting for the Knights, number 20, Sean Aschenfelder.
Benechek gets the job done, and that brings up Aschenfelder. He singled back in the first, always dangerous up at the plate. 13 RBIs on the season. And Ben Robinson gonna have a quick chat out on the mound with Jack Svensson. Aschenfelder into the right-handed batter's box. Big hole open on the right side of the infield. Takes a pitch outside. Blanzit staying put out at second, 1-0 on Aschenfelder. Ramos, the second baseman, shaded in to the middle of the field to keep Blanzit close, and then Cross Matthews playing in towards the grass at first. Check throw to second is into center field. Blanzit and the Creekside Knights not going to test the arm of Mikey Bergamo again after he gunned down Aschenfelder, who probably has the best speed on the team, trying for third on a single earlier in the game. 2-0 count on Aschenfelder. Takes another one outside. 3-0. Got a base open at first. Dangerous hitter up at the plate. Would it be the worst thing in the world here to walk him? Takes one way outside for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk for Aschenfelder. And that brings up Michael Bysham.
Now batting for Creekside, number 6, Michael Bysham.
And Creekside gonna have Connor Belizik run for Tavern Blanzit. Making this move pretty early in the game, so if Blanzit gets pinch run for again later in the game, that's it for him. Michael Bysham's got a history of being clutch here at Creekside. With 2 outs, bases loaded yesterday. A 3-run triple. Hit a grand slam in the district semifinals against Bartram Trail last year to lift the Knights to victory over the Bears. Grounds one out to shortstop. This could be 2, 6, 4. Throw on to first, not in time. They're sending Belizik home. The throw beat him. Did he get under? No, he did not. Another aggressive base running decision from Creekside. And a great job at first base by Cross Matthews. Doesn't panic after that one kind of got away from him a little bit at first. Makes a great throw home to Ben Robinson, who's able to get Belizik to end the inning. Still nothing. Bottom of the third coming up on Schlick Sports.
First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
Bottom of the third now on Schlick Sports. First pitch, and that is down for a base hit in right center field. First hit of the game for the Toros. They got action on first base against Matthew Bysham. And that brings up the 9-hole hitter, Aiden Ramos. Showing bunt, can't get it down. 0-1 the count now. Pickoff move to first, back safely. Cross Matthews, the first baseman. It's a big hit for Matthews, who's been struggling a little bit up at the dish this season. Came in batting .095. Good player, and a nice hit there. 0-2 count on Ramos, who's been unable to get the bunt down. This time he's swinging to center. Ashenfelder makes the catch. One away. Back to the top of the order, Jackson Sizemore. For Tocoi, not what you'd hope for there, trying to get the bunt down, get a runner into scoring position. Ends up being a fly out to center. Now 1 out, still a runner on first. Sizemore takes a strike. Was hit by a pitch his first time up. Swinging a good bat this year, got 11 RBIs. Pickoff move back safely at first, Matthews. Sizemore, the sophomore, batting .269, on base percentage at .433. Runner goes, pitch at the knees, called strike, throw to second. Martineau has to dive just to keep it on the infield. It's a stolen base for Matthews, getting him into scoring position. 0-2 count, however, at the plate. Bysham fires. This one ripped into left, and it is caught by Zach Jackson. He could double him up, and he does. Cross Matthew way off second base on the line drive to left, and Zach Jackson made him pay. Some base running mistakes from both sides in this game. Been opportunities for each team to get something on the scoreboard, but instead we play on to the top of the fourth. It's still 0-0 between the Knights and the Toros.
They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jax 24/7. Download the Action News Jax Now app and get sports all day every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jax 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Top of the fourth inning now on Schlick Sports. This time Martineau takes the pitch down and away, 1-0. We got a nothing ball game between the Toros and the Knights. Martineau takes another ball, 2-0. Svensson set, fires. Another pitch misses low, 3-0 on time Martineau. Creekside has had 5 base runners in the first 3 innings, but a lot of mistakes on the bases have kept them from scoring. They get the leadoff man on here in the fourth, and got the feeling that it'd be big for them to get a run across, and it would really hurt too, especially when it comes to momentum in this game if they can't get another one home.
Now batting for Creekside, number 19, Carson McFarland.
Carson McFarland up to the dish. Singled his first time up. One McFarland. Svensson fires. Pitch misses. That's now 6 straight balls to start the inning. Takes a little peek over at Martineau. And fires. Hits the zone, 2-1. Svensson, only with 1 strikeout thus far. He's a guy who struck out 30 in 21 2/3 so far this season. Creekside, however, a team that doesn't really strike out too much. They do a nice job of limiting those. Struck out just 4 times against St. Augustine. Ball 3 to McFarland, and Svensson in danger of walking second man of the inning to kick things off in the fourth. The 3-1. Swung on and ripped down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Martineau going for 3. He's going to be held up there. McFarland in at second. It's a double for Carson McFarland. 2 in scoring position. Nobody out in the top of the fourth for Creekside.
Now batting for the Knights, number 17, Zach Jackson.
Creekside doubles are brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9377 as Zach Jackson enters a great scoring situation right here. Infield coming in for the Toros. McFarland way off at second. Good chance anything to the outfield scores him if it gets down. Jackson takes strike 1, 0-1 the count. Foul ball from Jackson. Quickly 0-2, and a strikeout here would be huge for Jack Svensson. Gavin Strump on deck for the Knights. Here's the pitch. Up high, that's to the backstop, and it will score Martineau. Creekside takes a 1-0 lead. So a run scores on a wild pitch. And now McFarland 90 feet away as well. 1-2 on Jackson. Pitch Pitch misses away. 2-2. That's the one thing that I hadn't mentioned so far. That backstop way behind home plate, and it's also a chain link fence, so it's almost a free base if it gets back there. Now 3-2 on Jackson. With that, the ball not going to bounce back very far, and it's a long trip for the catcher to get back there. Now a visit on the mound from the third baseman, Dual Landis. The left fielder, Zach Jackson. In a full count, nobody out, 1 run in and a runner on third. He lines this one to right center field. That one is down! McFarland going for the plate. It's a good throw, but it will not be in time. Zach Jackson with an RBI single. It's 2-0 Creekside. Now lead to a mound visit for the Toros. Svensson is going to exit the game here in the 4th inning. Creekside got 1 on, nobody out, 2 runs in after the RBI single from Zach Jackson and the wild pitch. When we return, it's 2-0 Creekside after this pitching change, brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency.
Hey Creekside baseball fans, tonight's game is brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Just like a skilled batter stepping up to the plate, Brightway Insurance hits it out of the park every time. As one of Florida's largest independent insurance agencies, they've got a lineup that covers all the bases: home, auto, boat, RV, you name it. They handle everything from jewelry to small business insurance. And here's the best part. With access to over 60 carriers, they're like having a whole team working for you. Let Brandon and his team play ball on your behalf, finding the perfect policy for the perfect price. Don't let your current agent strike out on service. Switch to Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Call or text 904-297-7970. Play ball with confidence. With Brightway, you're always safe at home.
Time now for our first pitching change, brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Nate Wade in for Jack Svensson. Wade's made 7 appearances this year, all out of the bullpen as he's going 6 1/3. Usually a closer as he's got 5 saves on the season, carrying an ERA at 3.32.
Number 13, Gavin Struck.
Nope, gotta adjust the tripod as one of the legs fell. We're good now. Up to the plate for Creekside, Gavin Strump. He shows bunt, pulls back, throw down to first, checking on Jackson. He's back safely. One 1-0, the count on Gavin Strump. Creekside with 2 runs in here in the 4th. There's strike 1, 1-1 on Gavin Strump. The Knights have had a few chances to score some runs already in this game, but mistakes on the bases have cost them, which is a familiar sight and sound so far from the season. 2-1. Runner goes. Pitch misses. Throw down to second. Not in time. Jackson safe as it goes into center field. Stolen base for Zach Jackson gets him into scoring position. Now a 3-1 count on Gavin Strump. Actually, 2-2, excuse me. Pitch skied out to center. Mikey Bergamo under it. He'll make the catch. Jackson going to stay put there at second base. One away, runner on second for Creekside. And that brings up Adam Harvey.
Now batting for the Knights, number 14, Adam Harvey.
Harvey, the only strikeout victim of the game thus far for Creekside. This is a team that came in striking out just 18% of the time. As he rips this one down the right field line, that's down. Jackson going for home, and he is safe at the plate. 3-1 Creekside.
Now batting for the Knights, number 7, Tavern Blanzik.
3-0 Knights. And it's Connor Belazic hitting for Tavern Blanzit. And this is a surprise, as he wasn't expected to be able to hit until next week after an injury. Takes a pitch outside, 1-0.
Now batting for the Knights, number 3, Connor Belazic.
Pick-off move, Harvey back safe at first. Pitch down and away. I believe it's 2-0 on Connor Belazic. Pitch up high, 3-0 now. On the Creekside, utility man plays infield and catcher. Now hitting for the DH. Pickoff move back safe at first is Adam Harvey. Belazic had missed each of the last 3 games after exiting the game against Bulls with an arm injury. Swing and a miss there at the fastball from Nate Wade. Three-one count. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Belazic comes into this one batting .275. 12 RBIs, now a 3-2 count on him, 1 away. Another pickoff move. And again, Harvey back safe at first. Creekside with 3 runs in here in the top of the 4th inning. Pop fly, shallow center. That is caught, but a collision. Somehow Ramos able to hold on to that one as Bergamo came and slid under him. Nice play out there at second base. For out number 2, now bring up Benechek.
Now batting for the Knights, number 2, Aiden Benechuk.
Sack bunt for him his first time up. Harvey on at first with 2 outs. Benechek swings, skies one to left. Under it and making the catch is the left fielder, Blake Warner, for out number 3. But Creekside able to plate 3 here in the 4th inning. Knights now at the 3-0 advantage when we return on Schlick Sports.
Do your feet constantly hurt you and you're not sure what to do? Come see Dr. Bradley Herbst, a board-certified podiatrist at Podiatry Associates of Florida. Dr. Herbst specializes in the treatment of foot and ankle problems, including diabetic foot care, ingrown toenails, hammer toes, bunions, fractures, and more. They're ready to take care of you and keep your feet and ankles healthy. Come visit them on San Jose Boulevard in South Mandarin. Call to make your appointment today at 904 268 6993.
Bottom of the fourth inning now on Schlick Sports as Dual Landis will lead things off for the Tocoi Creek Toros. They trail to the Creekside now 3-0. Shallow pop-up, right field, coming in, making the catch, Michael Bisham. One pitch, one out to start the fourth, and that'll bring up the three-hole hitter, the right fielder, LeMaster.
Batting for the Toros, number 3, Andy LeMaster.
Good start to the inning there for Matthew Bisham, who thus far has allowed just 2 base runners and 1 hit. This is a tough offense to go up against. The Toros come in averaging 6.3 runs per game at 271 as a team. And Bisham doing a nice job of keeping them quiet so far in this game. 0-2 pitch fouled off by LeMaster. He stays alive. Final line on the Toros starter, Jack Svensson. He goes 3 innings, allowing 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. As LeMaster takes 1 and 2. Two walks and 1 strikeout for Svensson in this one. Driven to left field. Jackson going back and makes the catch in front of the wall. 2 away. Jackson kind of angled his left shoulder facing that left field fence as he made the catch. Just a few steps away from the wall out in left field. 2 away now. The wind blowing out to left field. That one might have hit a little jet stream. Ben Robinson chases the sinker above the zone. 0-1 count. Doesn't bite at that one. Ball and a strike. Robinson popped out his first time up. Now in a 1-2 count. Full windup and the pitch. Popped up, foul territory. Gavin Strump, the catcher, behind the pole, makes the catch for out number 3. A nice inning for Matt Bisham. 1-2-3 sets him down to retire the side onto the top of the 5th inning. It's 3-0 Creekside here on Schlick Sports.
That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
Top of the 5th inning now on Schlick Sports out here at
Now batting for the
Tocoi
Knights,
Creek
number 10,
High School.
Sean Aschenfelder.
Sean Aschenfelder will lead things off. Top of the order coming up for Creekside here in the 5th as they lead by a score of 3-0. Creekside. This one popped up foul out of play from Aschenfelder, 0-1. The Knights are actually the first team the Toros ever faced in the regular season. This program's still very new out here in their 3rd season. All of them under Philip Wisser. 1-1 count. Golfed out to first base where the catch is made. 1 out. That'll bring up Bisham.
Now batting for the Knights, number 6, Michael Bisham.
Opening day out here in 2022, Creekside faced Tocoi Creek. Won it by a score of 7-3. Last year, the Toros got their revenge on Creekside at Freedom Field. Won 4-0 over the Knights. Riley Barker held Creekside to just 1 hit in that game. Nate Wade fires. This is up high to Bisham. 2-0. This Toros team came into tonight's contest ranked 21st in the state of Florida, 4th in 6A. And Creekside, a team kind of ascending in those rankings. At one point, just a couple weeks ago, on Max Preps, they were like 130th in the state. The latest FHSAA rankings have them at 59. That was previous to the St. Augustine win. All year you've been able to see Creekside has had a lot of potential, a lot of pieces. They've just been yet to put it together as Bisham swings at strike 2, full count. Now I think we're starting to see this team put it together here in April, and it's kind of the opposite of what we saw last year. As Bisham takes ball 4, he's on with 1 out. That'll bring up Martineau. Martineau 0 for 1 with a walk in this game.
Now batting for the Knights, number 5, Tyler Martineau.
He's got 1 out, 1 on in the top of the 5th. Last year, Creekside, of course, went on that massive win streak. Winning, I believe, 14 games in February and March, and then got into April, kind of lost their mojo. Couldn't really recover. This season, Creekside, I feel like, a little more talent, especially some of the youth. You look at pitchers like Hudson Hyatt and Gavin Dupre, who have stepped up and become good, solid options for Creekside. Connor Belizik, huge addition to the lineup. You've seen some guys come up from JV and perform really well. You look at guys like Tavern Blanzett, Zach Jackson, who are in the lineup today, Aiden Benechek. Hunter Schlegel has been good with both the bat and on the mound. And, of course, some of the big-time pieces that returned from last year. You look at Aschenfelder, the Bishams, McFarland, Martineau. As Ty swings, sends one to right. That one is going to drop! Michael Bisham will score. Into second goes Martineau. It's 4-0 Creekside. It's a double for Martineau, and Creekside Doubles brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9377.
Now batting for Creekside, number 19, Carson McFarland.
Martineau drives in a run on a big-time double, which he needed. He's been in a little bit of a slump lately, struggling up at the plate to find some hits. And for Ty, that is his third extra base hit of the season. Got a good lead out at second. As McFarland swings and misses, strike one. I think you could all see even when Creekside was 4-6, struggling early on this season, that they had the potential to be really good, and they've still got a ways to go. They still got a few things they need to clean up. Pickoff move to second, not in time. And they've still got to keep this going, keep the momentum. They got a tough schedule coming up. Trinity Christian, Clay University Christian coming up. Of course, Trinity headlining these next few games. They've got to be able to keep it going, keep the consistency, and I think if they continue to play the way they played, they could be dangerous come May. Up and in on McFarland, 2-1. Carson 2 for 2, single and a double today. One out, one on, one in for Creekside in the top of the fifth. Wade gonna throw over to second. Martineau back in time. Late on that one. McFarland not looking for the 70-mile-an-hour pitch there from Nate Wade. 2-2 on the Creekside slugger. Another pickoff move, and again, Martineau safe. He's going to try for third as it skips away. He is safe. That one didn't get too far away from Aiden Ramos, but just far enough for Martineau to get in there at third. Now just 90 feet away, and McFarland looking to put it in play. Infield comes in for the Toros. Ground ball, that is through into left center field. Martineau will score. McFarland with an RBI single. His stellar night continues. 5-0 Creekside.
Now batting for Creekside, number 17, Zach Jackson.
Carson McFarland right now up at the plate. Just in one of those spots where the baseball comes in looking like a beach ball. Zach Jackson up at the plate. RBI single last time up for him. Pickoff move back to first, close, but McFarland just safe. Talking a little bit about Creekside and how their season's looking. This is a Toros team that could be dangerous in their own class this season. Came into this one ranked number 3 in the area according to Jacksonville.com and the News 4 Jax Super 6. Of course, winning 14 straight games. Coming into this one with a record of 15-3. Jackson takes down and in 2-0. This is a team that went 15-12 last year. They've been improving, putting it together. They're another team that could make some noise in May. Especially with the success they've had in their pitching this year. Team ERA at 117 heading into tonight's contest. And though Creekside's got 5 on the board, this is just the third time that's happened this season. against the Toros. Jackson going to go have a quick talk with Chris King as the catcher Ben Robinson going to go talk with Nate Wade out on the mound. Two-two count. Here's the pitch. Back up the middle. That is down for a base hit. 2 on, still only 1 out in the 5th inning. A walk, a double, and a single keeps the line moving for Creekside. That'll bring up Gavin Strump.
Now batting for Creekside, number 13, Gavin Strump.
Strump 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout. Under that one, fouls it straight back, 0-1. Two strikes on Strump is Nate Wade searching for a big-time strikeout here. The 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Big-time K for Nate Wade. That brings up Harvey.
Number 14, Adam Harvey.
And that one just the second strikeout of the game for Creekside at the plate. Wade, a tough pitcher to face, as a lot of his stuff's been coming in the high 60s, low 70s. Not a guy that's going to blow you away with velocity, but sometimes that slower stuff is just as hard to hit once you get slowed down after facing some guys in the mid-80s. Two-0 count on Adam Harvey with 2 on, 2 out, and 2 in here in the top of the 5th inning. Wade fires. At 70, misses the zone. 3-0 on Adam Harvey. RBI single for him last time up. Takes a strike, 3-1. McFarland on second. Zach Jackson stands on first. Harvey grounds one to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first by Sizemore. Got him for out number 3 as Chris King, I think, wants to have a word about it to see if Croce Matthews came off the bag. I don't think he's going to win that argument, though. We're going to step away onto the bottom of the 5th inning. Still, Creekside extends the lead. 5-0, Knights lead the Toros when we return.
Do your feet constantly hurt you and you're not sure what to do? Come see Dr. Bradley Herbst, a board-certified podiatrist at Podiatry Associates of Florida. Dr. Herbst specializes in the treatment of foot and ankle problems, including diabetic foot care, ingrown toenails, hammer toes, bunions, fractures, and more. They're ready to take care of you and keep your feet and ankles healthy. Come visit them on San Jose Boulevard in South Mandarin. Call to make your appointment today at 904-268-6993.
Bottom of the 5th inning now on Schlick Sports. Matthew Bysham rolling so far out on the mound, and he's got a good 5-run advantage working for him as well. In the bottom of the 5th inning. 5, 6, 7 coming up for the Toros. They managed just 1 hit, 2 base runners against Matthew Bysham. Gets a strike across on not Carson Zepp, but Blake Wade? Warner. Popped up left field. Under it, Zach Jackson makes the catch. 1 away. That brings up Nate Wade. Wade started the game at shortstop, now a pitcher. That one caught a piece of our home plate umpire. He's going to waves off the coach is just going to walk it off back to Matt Bysham on the mound. Bysham with a little chuckle after hands on the hips. A quick word from the umpire. That one caught him on like the inside of his upper thigh. Not one that would have felt great. 0-2 on Wade. Struck out his first time up. Looking to avoid doing the same. Takes up and in. 1-2. One of the good signs for the Toros so far tonight, they've only struck out 1 time. They've done a nice job of putting the ball in play. Just a lot of soft contact. Back up the middle. That is through for a base hit. Nate Wade. 1 out single in the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring up Bergamo. That's kind of what Bysham does. He usually fares 1 of 3 ways, and 2 more common than others. There's been probably... He hits Bergamo 2 on 1 out. There's been probably 2 games in his career where he's just gotten hit, where it's been solid contact. They've figured him out. He's gotten rocked in probably just 2 games. He's appeared in a lot of them these first 2 years. And then the other 2, which are far more common and which have been the case this year, he'll either get a lot of swings and misses or it's going to be a lot of soft contact. Today it's been that soft contact that's gotten him out. Big swing and a miss from Cross Matthews. He's the only other Toro outside of now Nate Wade with a hit in this one. He singled in the 3rd. Pitch down low. Runners stay put. 1-1. The 8-hole hitter up at the plate now. Then Aiden Ramos and Jackson Sizemore, the leadoff man, coming up after him. Just wants to get on base here. Move the line. Fouls it back. 1-2. Two on, 1 out, and a 1-2 count. Bysham set. He fires. Throw down to second afterwards, and Matthews holding up on the swing. 2-2. The 2-2 catches the zone. Throws him with the 85-mile-an-hour sinker. 2 away, and that'll bring up Ramos. 2 on, 2 out in a big spot for the Toros if they want to get back into this game. They have not had really any good opportunities to score since that first inning, where Jackson Sizemore got hit by a pitch, made it to third base before Ben Robinson recorded the final out. Strike one to Ramos. You've got a runner on scoring position here. Another one on first base. You want to get at least one of them home down 5 in the 5th inning. Foul ball from Ramos. Now 0-2 count. Gavin Strump going to go talk with Bysham ahead of this next pitch. Two count. He fires. And it hit him. Bases loaded. The third man, Matt Bysham, has hit in this game. And that brings up the leadoff man, Jackson Sizemore. Big spot here. Down 5 in the 5th. Bases loaded, 2 outs. This will be a huge momentum moment at the end of the game as Matt Bysham waving Gavin Strump out to the mound. He wants to talk something over real fast. Sizemore's been hit by a pitch and flew out to left, which ended up being a double play. He's driven in 11 runs this year. And a big spot for him against Matthew Bysham. First pitch swinging, it's skied into right center. Shadowing under it, making the catch is Sean Aschenfelder for out number 3. Bysham escapes the bases loaded spot in the 5th. Creekside still up 5-0 as we enter the 6th inning on Schlick Sports.
That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
Now batting for Creekside, number 3, Connor Belizic.
Time now for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Blake Warner on to pitch for the Tocoi Creek Toros in the 6th inning. He faces Connor Belizic, who takes a ball outside. 1-0. Warner making his 6th appearance of the season. There's a foul ball, 1-1. In his previous 5, he's pitched 8 innings, got an ERA at 1.75. Pop up to first base. Cross Matthews shading under it, makes the catch. 1 away in the 6th inning. I'll bring up Aiden Benechek, who's getting hit for by Parker Morton.
Now batting for Creekside, number 1, Parker Morton.
The defensive side for Tocoi Creek after the pitching change. Nate Wade going to go back to shortstop. I believe Jackson Sizemore back out in left field as he had gone over to short for Wade. And Warner, who's now in to pitch, had subbed in and left. 1-1 with 1 out here in the 6th on Parker Morton. Fouled away 1 and 2. Nate Wade in relief goes 2 innings, allows 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. 1 walk and 1 strikeout for him. Full windup and the pitch. Morton swings and misses at strike 3. Back to the top of the order, and Sean Aschenfelder, who's 1 for 2.
Now batting for Creekside, number 20, Sean Aschenfelder.
For Aschenfelder, he's walked and singled, also popped out his last time up just an inning ago. Takes a fastball up and in. 1-0. Full windup and the pitch. Fouled away. And Blake Warner just went from 80 miles an hour to 63. It's hard to hit up at the plate. At 67, it's popped up right side of the infield. And it's a 1-2-3 inning as Ramos, the second baseman, makes the catch. Blake Warner sets the Knights down in order. It's still 5-0 as we enter the bottom of the 6th inning on Schlick Sports.
Triple Crown Fence is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports. Transform your space with our high-quality fences. Whether you're looking for privacy, security, or a touch of elegance, we've got you covered. At Triple Crown Fence, we pride ourselves on craftsmanship and durability. Our expert team ensures a seamless installation process so you can enjoy peace of mind and enhance your property's curb appeal. Call us today at 305-331-9377 for a free estimate. Your dream fence is just a phone call away.
Back for the bottom of the 6th inning as Matthew Bysham dealing on the mound for Creekside. Back out for his 6th inning of work. Just 2 hits. No runs for him allowed in this game. Out of the full windup, he fires. Swing and a miss from the 2-hole hitter, Duo Landis, 0-1. Little bit of life for Tocoi Creek after 1-2-3, top half of the 6th inning. This had come after Creekside plated 3 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, as caught swing and Landis at strike number 3. For foul ball. So he stays alive. Another 0-2. Up and in. Ball 1. Landis 0 for 1. Also had a sack bunt in the first inning. Caught looking at strike 3. One away in the 6th. Third strikeout of the game for Matthew Bysham. That brings up LeMaster. He's 0 for 2. Popped up. Out of play, foul. 0-1. The line for Bysham this far. Another foul ball. 0-2. 5 1/3. 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. A great start for Bysham. That one's through into left. Third hit of the game for the Toros. It comes from Andy LeMaster. He's on first with 1 away. Now bring up the catcher, Ben Robinson. And the other good news for Bysham, just 62 pitches in this game. He's keeping that pitch count down. Strike 1 to Robinson. Ground ball, second base, fielded by Parker Morton. Throw on to first in time for out number 2. LeMaster advances to second. And that brings up Blake Warner. You know what? There have been a lot of good walk-up songs out here at Tocoi Creek. We got Blake Warner coming out some Biggie Smalls. I've heard Shippin' to Boston. Pump It Up. Some good throwbacks out here. Runner on second, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. As Blake Warner, who's now on the mound, takes one down and end ball 1. Ty Martineau, the shortstop, going to come have a quick chat with Matthew Bysham. And Chris King and the catcher Gavin Strump also going to join them. I don't know what you just said, but I think Bysham might be hurt. Bysham, with a hug from Strump, going to exit the game. You hope he's all right. Creekside has already lost Nick Romeo, their other star pitcher, to an injury this season. And you hope it's not the arm. Strump now taking warm-up pitches from Gavin Dupree.
Now pitching for Creekside, number 23, Gavin Dupree.
You hope that for Bysham, he had been dealing with a little bit of sickness, but I doubt that's the case. We're going to step away. Time for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Basilli Agency.
First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
back here, bottom of the 6th inning after Matt Bysham, in a phenomenal start, having to exit with an apparent injury. Looks like they were checking out the shoulder area down there. So we hope for the best and that the young star pitcher for the Knights is okay. Another young bright spot for Creekside, Gavin Dupre, into the game. As he enters a situation with a runner on second. A 1-0 count on Blake Warner. And 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Creekside with a 5-0 lead. Pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Basili Agency. Count. Dupre coming off of a phenomenal start, second of his varsity career against Nice last Friday, in which he struck out 12 in 6 innings. Hasn't allowed an earned run in his last 14 innings pitched. He's going 14 2/3 this season. Quinn Wilfung also thrown out in the bullpen. Foul ball, 2-2 count on Blake Warner. Time called. It's been all Creekside thus far at Tocoi Creek, but a runner in scoring position could change that for the Toros. Curveball from Dupre misses 3-2. The payoff pitch coming up. Here it is. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Gavin Dupre comes in relief, gets the final out of the inning. On to the 7th. Still 5-0 Creekside.
First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
So with such short notice coming in and getting that final out of the 6th inning, Gavin Dupre swung out, and he got warm in the bullpen after his short notice relief appearance. Top of the 7th inning, his offense trying to give him even more breathing room. 2-3-4 coming up. And it is Jackson Kane hitting for Michael Bysham.
Now batting for Creekside. Number 12, Jackson Kane. Richard on the match reps. I'm glad I heard you.
First pitch. Strike at the knees. It's funny, you'll hear with Jackson Kane a lot of chants from the dugout. Let's go, Rick! Because his name, Rick Kane, like his dad, he goes by Jackson. That's kind of caught on, though, over the last couple of seasons. You hear a lot of Rick chants for him. Fouls off the pitch on 0-2. Pitch up and in. 1-2 count. If you're just tuning in how we got here, Creekside broke open the scoring in the fourth inning. A 3-run inning as Kane caught looking at strike 3. 1 down. That brings up Ty Martineau.
Now batting for the Knights. Number 5, Ty Martineau.
Martineau scored that first run of the game. It was on a wild pitch, then Zach Jackson drove in Carson McFarland on an RBI single right after. Harvey brought in Jackson for the 3rd run of that inning, and then the Knights added 2 more in the 5th. RBI singles from Ty Martineau and Carson McFarland, the Flagler College commits, showing out tonight. Ground ball, second base. Ramos to his knees, gets back up, makes the throw, 2 down. Now bring up Carson McFarland.
Now batting for the Knights, number 19, Carson McFarland.
McFarland having himself a great game tonight. 3 for 3, an RBI and a double to go along with 2 singles. And Blake Warner having himself a good night so far out of the bullpen. He's faced 5 men, set them all down, and to make it 6 in foul territory, Landis makes the catch to retire the side. Blake Warner coming out of the bullpen, a bright spot for Tocoi Creek. He's kept him in it, but now the Toros searching for 5 runs when we return in the bottom of the 7th. Creekside looks to shut the door on their 6th straight win on Schlick Sports.
They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jax 24/7. Download the Action News Jax Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jax 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Bottom of the 7th inning as Gavin Dupre looking to close the door. The Knights lead the Tocoi Creek Toros 5-0 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The freshman Dupre just came in relief of Matt Bisham, who went down with an injury. Got 6, 7, 8 coming up. And strike 1 to Nate Wade. Quickly 0-2. Just outside on that one. Ball and 2 strikes. Dupre fires. Slow chopper to third. McFarland makes the play, 1 away. Quick ground out. Sets the first man down in the 7th. That brings up Bergamo. Mikey 0 for 1. Reached on a hit by pitch in the 5th, which is where Tocoi Creek had their best opportunities to score. Ended up having 3 men reach base in that inning. Nate Wade made it to third base, but couldn't score him, and Bergamo hit for the 2nd time tonight. That is now the 4th Toro to be hit by a pitch in tonight's ball game. Looked like there wasn't too much velo on that one, though, so he'll take it. Cross Matthews, the next one up. He's 1 for 2 at the single. Pickoff move to first, back safely Bergamo. Runner goes, pitch a strike, throw down to second. Not gonna get him. Skips past Martineau, backed up by Morton. Defensive substitution for Creekside. Morton was in at second there last thing, and now Jackson Kane in for Michael Bysham in right. Pitch down low. One on, one out. Swing and a miss. At strike number 2. Dupre set. And he's going to step off. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gavin Dupre gets out number 2, setting down Matthews on strikes, and now Aiden Ramos. The final hope here for the Toros. He's 0 for 1, got hit by a pitch in the 5th inning, and flew out in the 3rd. First pitch swinging, it's popped up. Harvey's there, and he makes the play. And that will do it. Creekside comes away with a 5-0 victory over the 15-4 Tocoi Creek Toros. The Knights complete their 6th straight win. Not a bad way, sweeping 2 weeks in a row. Creekside getting hot. They'll return next Tuesday to face Clay on the road. That'll be live here on Schlick Sports. But until then, have a good rest of the week, everybody. Our final score, your Knights 5, Toros nothing. I'll see you next time here on Schlick Sports.